Man, let me tell y'all the story, man. Let me tell y'all the story where my ass went on a hot air balloon. Damn. Man, let me tell y'all about the story where my ass went on a hot air balloon and almost about died. And I'm telling this story because just in case any of y'all out there is thinking about going on a hot air balloon, y'all need to hear this story because it just might make you second guess going on a hot air balloon. Photos on Instagram of me in Arizona, Scottsdale/Phoenix, and man, it was a good time. It was a good time, and I'll also link the video here of the recap that I did, just in case you didn't watch that. So go back and watch that video. It's a dope video. But anyway, we decided that we want to live life on the edge. You know what I'm saying? We want to go out there and have a good time. We don't want to do stuff that we can do on a everyday basis. How many times you gonna get on a hot air balloon? How many times you gonna have the opportunity to be above the deserts, looking down at the coyotes and the cactuses and the sand and the nice sunrise? Like, you ain't gonna get that all the time. Like, boom, bet, let's do it. We had to be up extra early just to get to the place. The place was about maybe 45 to an hour away from where we were in Phoenix. That wasn't the problem at all. That wasn't it. The problem was once we actually got to the place to get there and sign in and stuff like that, we then had to hop on a van that then take us another 30, 40 minutes. But peep this, so we got there, right? Pulled up. It's kind of chilly outside. It's kind of chilly, so we got a little jacket on, you know what I'm saying? Pulled up. They got a couple of vans lined up already, ready to go. We ready too. So you had to go to the desk and everything like that, and they tell you who your pilot is going to be, who your van driver is going to be. Cool. We get to the table and everything like that, sign our name, sign the waiver, and we got this funny dude in the group too. I'm gonna tell you about him, but he was kind of sarcastic, which was funny. But anyway, signed the waiver, got the form in, boom. I'm looking around, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking around, I'm like, dang, we the only black people out here, babe. Like I don't see nobody else. Is that like what? So we ended up getting on the van. When we got on the van, it was just one black girl. She came by herself. She was there on a conference for work and feel like she wanted to live life on the edge too. So why not? So one black girl, she on the van too. Me and my girl and everybody else. So we waiting. And what I realized is we was waiting for a little while because they was trying to figure out where they wanted the hot air balloons to take off from. So they have a couple locations that they send scouts out to, and the scouts blow this little mini hot air balloon up, and they test the winds up there to make sure that it's safe in that area. So they went to a couple places and said that the wind was a little bit too much, and if the wind is too much, then they have to reschedule the whole thing. That's red flag number 2. So apparently they found a spot, and the van driver got in. We rolling to the spot. I'm kind of dozing in and out of sleep because it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, you know what I'm saying? So we get to the spot. I see all the deflated hot air balloons. I was like, this shit is real. This is really real, man. Like, dang, we really about to be up in the sky. So he took us to our pilot and everything. I think our group was probably like the 4th group to go up in the air, right? So I'm just looking at the process of actually blowing the hot air balloon up. That hot air balloon is big as hell, and you got a little bit of fire. Just like, I'm like, how is this gonna work? Like, that's what I'm thinking in my head. Like, how is this even gonna work? But so we went around the basket. They was like, you could take pictures and things like that, which I did take a couple of pictures. The pilot himself was pretty cool, sarcastic, funny too. He was a retired fireman for somewhere, and he said he's been flying hot air balloons for a long time. So I trusted him, you know what I'm saying? I'm trusting him, you know, didn't trust him at all. So before you get in the basket, right, the pilots say, hey, we need to train y'all just in case we need to do a hybrid landing. And I'm like, hybrid landing? What does that sound like to you, Corey? Sound like a disaster. So he's teaching us how to do the hybrid landing. So basically what the hybrid landing is, you have to squat in the basket. And you have to squat. So just imagine you have like some weights on your shoulder and you're doing a squat. So basically you got to squat. And if you have and the person that's smaller than you have to be in front. So you got to squat and they have to squat and they got to kind of be in your lap while you squat. And that's supposed to help the hot air balloon come down, but also protect all the passengers as the hot air balloon is hitting the ground. So we learned the hybrid landing. I'm like, all right, cool. We ready. So we got a couple of people, lined up to get in the hot air balloon. The hot air balloon, you have to be a certain weight in order to be in it. I'm not sure about the height, but we'll talk about that later. But we had a little bit heavier people in there and they were struggling to get on the basket. So we was helping people get on the basket. All the men was like helping people get on the basket, being gentlemen. So everybody get in the basket and it was like, all right, this is it. So it's already a couple of hot air balloons in the sky already done took off. We looking up and we see them like, okay, this is real. This is really real. I ain't never imagined in my life being on a hot air balloon. And as we taking off, slowly but surely, I'm like, this is crazy. I'm looking down, I'm looking around. I'm looking down, I'm looking around. Because it ain't no turning back, bruh. It ain't no turning back. So either way, we getting up in the sky, we kind of mid-level. And, we can see, the sunrise is looking beautiful. I'm taking pictures with the camera, My girl is having a good time. She looking around. Everybody is talking and congregating like it's a good time. And the pilot looked up and saw one of his, I guess, coworkers had their hot air balloon up extra high. And he was like, he called him on the radio and was like, yo, I don't think you need to be up that high. Like, how's the winds up there? And he was like, yeah, the winds aren't too good up here. He was like, how are you going to get down? And he was like, honestly, I don't know. I said, this man said he don't know. What you mean you don't know? I'm just glad he wasn't my pilot. You know what I'm saying? So the pilot was like, yeah, we're just not going to worry about him. He's trained. I'm pretty sure he'll make it down. Things like that. And then the one sarcastic guy was like, well, that wasn't in the waiver. And I was like, bruh. People be taking the most serious moments and making it funny. But anyway, so we coasting and the pilot was like, yeah, we're not going to go that high today. I'm not sure about the winds, so we're just going to stay mid-level. And I'm like, I'm cool with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. We going to stay at the mid-level. We don't got to go that high. We don't got to do that. They up there, winds blowing. We don't got to worry about that. I can see just fine. I can see just fine where we at. I'm pretty sure everybody else is fine with that. So he pressing a little gas to get the flames and we like staying in the same area. Now, one thing about this hot air balloon, like I feel it on top of my head, the heat. And, I'm not short, but I'm not tall, I guess, I'm 5'10". I don't know if that's tall to some of y'all or not, but I'm 5'10". And I'm probably one of the tallest ones in the basket right now, other than the pilot, but he was kind of sitting down in the little pilot area a little bit. But every time he did the flames, I felt it up at the top of my head. I thought I was going to come off that bit bald. I thought I was going to have a little balls because I literally felt heat on top of my head every time he pressed the flames. I ain't had like that. So, I'm still taking pictures, having a good time, talking and things like that. And we're coming up on a mountain and I'm like, we good. Everything coasting. And think about the hot air balloons. It's very, very peaceful up there. You don't hear nothing. If it's silent, it's silent. You don't hear a thing. It was so peaceful. It was a peaceful, smooth ride in the air. But then it was time to come down. When I came down, ooh, this what happened when it was time to come down, right? So as we was descending, right, I looked at my girl, I said, we coming in kind of hot, ain't it? I'm looking over the basket. We coming at the ground kind of fast. Like, is this supposed to be happening? Like, I don't know now. And then the pilot kind of looked over. He was like, everybody get in your hybrid landing positions. We got to do a hybrid landing. And I was like, what the hybrid? How the hell we supposed to do a hybrid? I done forgot already. Like, it's just like you get into panic mode because you're like, dang, we trained for this and we got to do it. What I'm supposed to do again? So I'm looking around like everybody crouching. So I crouched down, knees popping and shit, crouched down. And mind you, he said, this is what he said. He said, as everybody crouched down, we're going to hit the ground and it's going to be a little rough. I was like, okay, cool. I could feel us about to hit the ground, right? So I'm crouched down in the basket. And this is what happens. All I hear is boom, 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 boom. We was going over cactuses, shrubs, bushes, dirt, hitting the ground, bouncing back up, hit another cactus, bow, boom, 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 boom. That lasted for at least 3-4 minutes. I thought we was gonna die. Debris and everything was falling all in the basket. By the time we got up, we had like bushes on the shrub, twigs, pieces of cactus everywhere. Like, it. I was like, I ain't signed up for this. Technically, I did, but I ain't signed up for no hybrid landing. And then the one sarcastic dude, once everything ended, he got up and was like, well, that wasn't in the manual. He said, I was like, yo. Oh, man. Yo, I can't make this stuff up, man. I cannot make this stuff up. We had to do a hybrid landing in a hot air balloon. It was an experience, though. It was an experience, but I don't recommend, if you scared, to get on no hot air balloon. It's a lot of things you don't got control over up there. You got fire, you got wind, you got the basket, you got the strings, the maneuver, the balloon. Like, you got a lot going on up there, and plus 12 passengers in that basket. It's 6 on one side, 6 on the other side. It was a lot. Would I do it again? No. But that's it for this video, y'all. Thank y'all for watching, man. I hope y'all found the story entertaining and funny, man. I just wanted to share that because I haven't shared it with that many people, and I wanted to share it with y'all because I know some of y'all was thinking about a hot air balloon prior to that story. So if I spoiled your dreams, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I just need you to know what you're getting yourself into just in case you gotta do a hybrid landing.